Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Andrew Bratt, who is a partner at Gowling WLG and the head of our National Employment, Labour and Equalities Group in Canada. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you, Scott. Pleasure to be here.
Let's first talk about your background and how you came to be one of the leading employment, labour and equality lawyers in Canada.
Sure, that's very flattering of you to say, Scott. So I knew from a very early stage in my career that I loved advocacy. In fact, I knew that even before I went to law school. And I was fortunate enough early on in my career to work with and be mentored by some of the very best labor and employment lawyers in the country. And what I realized very quickly in my career is that I was very much drawn to employment law. In fact, more so than, say, for example, commercial litigation. And I think it's because of the human element. And I think it's the ability to put yourself in the shoes of the employee you're dealing with or in the shoes of your employer client, and to, that allows you to come up with creative solutions to what can be some relatively complex problems. The part about employment law that I love the most, Scott, is the ability to work with clients on a daily basis to solve important issues that are, impeding their ability to do what they're trying to do. Where I excel, and I think why I've had some success, is in my ability to act not just as a lawyer to our clients, but really as a strategic business partner, and to solve their problems pragmatically and collaboratively.
I know that you had the opportunity to work in-house with one of Canada's largest retailers. Tell us about that experience and how it has helped you to be a better lawyer in understanding your clients' needs.
Yeah, it really allowed me to gain a real appreciation for what clients look for in their external counsel. You're being retained to help a client achieve an objective. It's only when you truly understand what the client is trying to achieve that you can really then figure out how best to utilize your subject matter expertise to achieve that objective.
Yeah, well, along the same lines, tell us about your approach to working with your clients.
My objective in every relationship with every client is to be more than just a lawyer. I really want to be a trusted advisor and a strategic business partner. And the way you do that is by taking an interest in your client's business.
Well, hopefully this pandemic will be behind us soon. But in the meantime, what advice do you have for clients in managing their legal issues in the employment, labor and equalities area?
The advice I've been giving since the day I started practicing as a lawyer is be proactive. Reach out to your employment lawyer sooner rather than later. Certainly we can clean up a mess if and when there is a mess, but it's unbelievable how much money that an organization can save and how much frustration can be avoided if situations are dealt with on the front end rather than on the back end.
On the personal side, I know that you have a young family at home. Tell us how that's worked out for you in working remotely.
I'd be lying to you, Scott, if I told you that it hasn't been challenging at times. I've got two young girls, a 4-year-old daughter, Olivia, and a 7-year-old daughter, Gabrielle. And at the same time, we're trying to sort of manage a busy practice, go through a fairly sizable house renovation while having both kids at home almost all the time. But that being said, I will say this. I have found that it's been a refreshing change of pace. The ability to have dinner as a family, the ability to be home for bedtime for my girls every single night has really, really been different from what I'm used to. And I really enjoyed it.
Well, Andrew, this has been a pleasure. Thank you very much. And I wish you and your family the very best.
Thanks, Scott, and the same to you.